Hello my beautiful bumbles, it's me, the Julia Bee. How are you today? Welcome back or welcome into the channel if you're new. I know that I have been away for a hot second. I know I've not uploaded anything on the channel and I apologize already for me coming at you not in my usual glam and fam today. But if I did not sit down to film this video, it would never go up, and it needs to go up timely because this month I am participating in Summers on the Readathon hosted by the ever enchanting Katie Colson. But I had to film this today. I had to film it so I can get it up by hopefully by the weekend is over. Ever since my father had a heart attack, things in my life have been like insane with work and just a bunch of other things, and so the mentals have been mentaling, and I just have not been able to convince myself to edit, film, read. None of that has happened. This is very, very important to me because I have watched how much work has gone into this readathon, even though I was indirectly a part of it for 99% of it, but like, and so many other people have been helping Katie with this, but I have watched her and these people like build this from the ground up, from scratch, and it's just so freaking incredible. So we have to talk about it today. I'm gonna link all of Katie's videos and links and stuff down below so you can go check it out for yourself, because you can still join the readathon if you would like. But it is a Hunger Games themed readathon. You are tasked with reading books every single week. And as of this first week, there was no prompt except like you get bonus points if you read from the Hunger Games, which I did. Also, it should be said that the Hunger Games vlog that I am making, the mega vlog, is coming.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
It is coming, but I just have not had the time, clearly, to finish that. I also would like to shout out the fact that because I was not such a direct part of planning the readathon, that the fact that Katie asked me to be a mod basically for the Discord channel, a librarian aide, incredibly honored, like very honored. And it's been such a chaotic fun time in the moderator chat, the game maker chat. But yeah, Katie, if you're watching this, thank you. Like genuinely, I know that I haven't like been an active member of the Patreon for a very long time, but been subscribed to you for a very long time. So thank you. That was like so incredibly lovely, and I am having a fantastic time. Week one was, if you read something from the Hunger Games, you got bonus points, and then we just did the canon call today to see what tributes were eliminated. I know I'm not explaining this very well, but basically throughout the month there will be different weeks with different prompts. So we've got marginalized author, we've got banned books, we've got books under 10,000 ratings. So basically every week you have a chance to earn bonus points, but you can read whatever you want. Like that's the whole point, right? And then at the end of every week we see which tributes have been eliminated. So yeah, it's a really fun time, and I'm not explaining it very well, but go look at Katie's channel, go check out what's going on. She has put her heart and soul, her whole hussy into this, and it is so incredible to see someone that you admire and just see any creator put so much passion behind something that they believe in and that they want to like put so much passion into a baby and just watch it blossom. I think that that's very incredible. She did a fantastic job, and so did Amy and Kat and everyone a part of the Game Maker Discord right now. So much work went behind this. So please, please, please go check it out. It means a lot to all of us to see this happen. So yeah, anyway, on to the books. Typically, I would not film a TBR because y'all know me. Y'all know that I am chaotic. Y'all know that I am a mood reader and do not abide by TBRs. But I thought I would challenge myself this month, especially because I've been in like a 3-month-long reading slump as it is. Yikes. To finally read something, and having the prompts is also like a way to get me to read, would actually get me to read some of the TBR that's like behind me and on the floor. Library renovation vlog incoming, because that's also been happening behind the scenes, so cannot wait for y'all to see that. But here's how we're gonna do this. So basically, because this video is gonna be coming at you after July the 1st, it is now July the 6th. I'm gonna tell you the books that I've already read for this month for the week, and then I'm gonna tell you the books that I still intend to read for the month of July, okay? Okay. Oh my God. Speaking of the Discord, I just had to like close it for a second because like I could see it out of the corner of my eye, like pinging. There's stuff happening in the chat. I cannot wait to open that later. Anyway, basically for the first week of this month, I decided to finish Sunrise on the Reaping for the second time. This will be my reread. So there were bonus points awarded for reading something out of the Hunger Games, which I did. I wanted to finish this reread because it's to finish the reread so I could finish my Hunger Games mega vlog, which is coming. But yes, I did finish this. I need to like finish tabbing it and going through and doing some of my annotations before I finish up the video for sure and for certain, because I'll be damned if this video is not done by the end of this month, I swear to God. The next book that I read for this week was The Tenant by Frida McFadden. I love this book. I read this to get me out of a reading slump because thrillers typically do that, and this did the trick. As I say always with Frida McFadden, her books are like subpar books. They're trash, okay? They're like trash television. They do their job, and though they're like mediocre, they just do it for me, okay? Sometimes I need to read mediocrity because it just makes me feel better about myself, okay? The next book I read was Wraith King by Juliet Cross because I wanted to read this before I dived into Firebird. I don't know why I decided that. I just saw this cover and thought it was stunning and was like, yeah, I'm gonna read this. And then if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know that my heart lives with Wild Heart by April Jade. I freaking love this book. Oh my God. I have read this book. I've read this book many times. I think 10 times now. And have I annotated it? No. I've annotated the Kindle version, which is how I started it, but I love this book. I love Ivan. I love Marcos. I love their angsty, codependent, unhealthy love. I love it so very much. So yeah, read that. So that was all I read this week. So now for the rest of the video, we'll talk about the books that I want to read for July. And I tried to structure my TBR based on the weekly prompts. Though again, you can read any book you want at any point in the week. It's just if you want to read something that goes with the prompt, you get bonus points for your team, okay? So week 2's bonus prompt is banned books. So I decided to read some books that I've never read before that were banned. And so I decided I'm going to pick up The Handmaid's Tale. I've actually never read this book. I know, shock. What the hell? That's crazy to me given current events. And if you follow me on my Instagram threads, you will know we get a little unhinged and political over there. So if you're into that, go ahead and give me a follow over on threads. It's at thejuliabee. But anyway, I am going to read this because it is a banned book and I just want to read it given the current political climate, because I think it's very relevant, and that's something I've challenged myself for the year to do, which is read more banned, conversation sparking books. So there you go. The next book that I want to read is a book. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't fucking know. If you watched my worst books of 2024 video, I talked about how this was on my worst books of the year. Because so many people have tried to convince me to read it and hate read it and film it, I've decided that I'm going to do so. Also because my husband bought me this entire series. Like, he bought me the entire series for me. And so me not reading them is like a crime against my husband. To me, not to him, to me, it's a crime. So I decided I'm going to read Throne of Glass.
Bruh.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. I fucking hated this book. I hated it. It should be banned. No, it shouldn't. No. No book should be banned, but yes, I am going to try to read. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole series in a week because I do not have the time nor the energy. And I am not as young as I once was. I cannot read a whole series in a week, but I do think I'm going to read this and possibly up to Heir of Fire. So that'll give me what, 4 books? Is Heir of Fire book 4 or book 3? I don't freaking know. And if I can't do that, I do have some backups. So I was thinking of reading Water for Elephants. I've heard that's a very good book and it's very controversial. Apparently it was banned in Utah for being sensitive. So I just want to know why it was banned and what the sensitive topic is. And then the next book that I was thinking of reading is The Giver by Lois Lowry, which I have not read since I was in school. So, but I do remember it being very profound because I've read the book twice. I read it in middle school and then again in high school. And I remember it being profound when I read it in high school because, like, I was paying more attention to it, honestly. But I want to read it again as an adult because I think that if I remember correctly, a lot of the themes of that book also are good conversation starters for the times of today. So I really think I want to read it. I want to like give that a go. So for week 3 now, that is Marginalized Author Week. So that's any author that could be considered marginalized. Women do not count. I know, before you come at me, women are marginalized outside of the publishing realm. Okay, yes, we as women are marginalized people and we are losing our rights day by minute by minute, hour by hour. But as far as writing goes, as far as being in the publishing sphere, white women are not marginalized. Okay, so we are talking about authors who are indigenous, who are Latina, are Black. Anyone that's like a person of color or in a minority group is like LGBTQ, has mental health issues, is a marginalized author. Editing Julia here, popping in sick as fuck. Just to say that when I am talking about that women do not count, I mean white women. Like, white women are not marginalized in the writing sphere. White women have been writing books for decades and decades, eons and eons, right? But marginalized women still count. So when I hold up this book and you're like, wait a minute, you just said that women don't count. I mean white women. White women do not count for this prompt. Okay? Cool. So that is how I'm structuring week 3 by going into the Legend Born Cycle by Tracy Deonn. I read this book, love this book. Did not read the second one, have not read the third one, but I do have them. But here's the thing. As you can see, these are some freaking chonky boys. Okay, I could read just these 3 books this week and call it a week because these are freaking chonky. Okay, but I did also pick up The Only Good Indians and Buffalo Hunter Hunter from Libby and Hoopla. So I figured that if I didn't finish this series or if I was getting bored in between, I have those to go to as backups because Stephen Graham Jones is said to be very amazing. I've read Buffalo Hunter Hunter, so I was going to read it again. And he is an indigenous author. So thought I would give those a go. So week 4 has kind of started a little bit of a debate in the Discord because it's translated works, right? And so there was a little bit of confusion about what that meant, like how it needed to be translated. So basically a translated work is anything that was written in your native language, so say English for me, and then translated into a Dutch language, and if a Dutch person was reading it, then it would count, right? Yeah, I'm gonna just read what head librarian Amy put in the Discord because this did spark something. Read anything that has been translated from another language, including comics, manga, poetry, nonfiction, and fiction. So as long as you read the book in any language other than the language it was originally written in, it counts. If you are an English speaker, for example, you could not choose Divine Rivals as a translated work because it was originally written in English. However, if you read Spanish and Divine Rivals was originally published in English and then translated into Spanish, you could read it in Spanish to count it for this prompt. This counts for any language other than the originally published language. Clear as mud? Clear as mud. So I did pick some books, some that I've already read and some that I have not read yet to read for this week, starting with Tender is the Flesh. Y'all know I love this book. I live and breathe for this book. I'm going to reread this book and also read The Unworthy by the same author because they are translated works. Very excited. And then I'm going to reread My Husband because I freaking love this book. Oh my god, I want to reread it so I can annotate this book since I had to have the physical copy. This author also just released another book, but I forget what it's called, so I was thinking about reading that as well because it's been translated. And then the last book I was thinking of reading is Pink Slime. That's a book that I saw Katie read. Her video when she talked about it, like she was like, what? The description of this book does not match like what I read, so I'm really interested and I want to read it, and I got it from Libby today actually, so I want to go and read that. Right, so the last week of the month is a little tricky because it is any book that is under 10,000 ratings on Goodreads. So that means, and I think Katie clarified this in our group chat, is that it's anything on Goodreads that, like, because not everyone writes reviews, so it's ratings. So it has to be like under 10,000 ratings. Like when you finish a book and you rate it whatever star, that counts. So that one's going to be a little tricky because I have no idea what is on my shelf that's under 10,000, and I would have to go look it up every single time that I wanted to read it. So I figured that potentially that week would just be the week that I really do just read whatever I want. And if it happens to be under 10,000 ratings, great. But I do think that some of the ones that I have on this list are still under 10,000, which is Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy, because I know that just came out. Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake, because that just came out. Also, alternatively, Januaries by Olivia Blake. I think that's still under 10,000, so it's going to include that. And then I do have some books here that possibly are under 10,000 that I believe Heavenly Bodies is still under 10,000 ratings, by Amani Eru, and this was on my yearly TBR as well, so I kind of want to read that. A lot of these books are recommendations from Jan Agaton, so Jan, thank you so very much from your videos that I was watching. I want to do a weekly reading vlog containing these of like summerween / gothic something. I really just want to do like a gothic weekly reading vlog. I don't know. So I want to read the Phantasma series and Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. Jan talks about these a lot and she loves them a lot, so I want to give them a go. I have also seen Jan talk about Anathema by Carrie Lake, and I think this is also under 10,000 ratings. I would have to go check, but Jan did turn me on to this book as well. And then everyone, Jan and Katie, like respectively, turned me on to My Darling Dreadful Thing and Blood on Her Tongue by Johanna von Veen. So I want to give these a go. I mean, look at this, like, look at the edges on that. Hello. So I want to give those a go. And then the last book that I've been wanting to read for like months and months is Firebird by Juliet Cross, because this is like stunning. Because I'm still kind of in my dragon era, because we all know that Onyx Storm was an abject failure. But yes, I really, really want to read this as well. So basically, there are many, many books throughout the month that, like, if I don't read something and I want to fill it with something else and not hit the bonus prompt, it's not a big deal. You can read whatever you want. The whole point of this readathon is to cut down on your TBR and just to have fun. And I'm going to like applaud Katie here. This is such an amazing concept, and I love this so much because it just really is. You're just reading your heart out to win a competition, basically, and you're doing it with a bunch of other people, and I just think that that's absolutely incredible. That is it. That is my TBR for the month, and it's huge. It's huge. You're probably like, Julia, the fuck are you talking about? You're like coming out of like a 3-month reading slump and you're gonna read all these books. Honestly, fam, when I come out of a reading slump is when I read the most, because then I voraciously want to read. What? I know, make it make sense. But yeah, that is it. That is the tea in the shade. And look at me go. I did not spend an hour talking to you about my TBR. Look at that. Please go check out Katie's channel. She put her heart, soul, and ussy into this, as did many others of the game makers in the Discord. I will link the sign up form, her videos, and everything you need to know down below, as well as her channel and her Patreon. I'm just gonna link all the links. Okay, I'm gonna link all the links. This video today is not about me. It is about Katie Colson. Okay, like it is not about me. It is about Katie Colson, because I want to see her succeed, and I want this readathon to succeed. And I'm gonna tell you, I think I'm allowed to tell you this. There have been like thousands of people, like 1,000 people that signed up for this. I think I'm allowed to tell you that. So yeah, I really want that we're gonna pump those numbers up, okay? Because this is gonna be like a yearly thing. So between you and me, we gotta get this up, okay? You hear me? You feel me? Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Follow me on Threads, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye.